the third build update video. Don't mind the screaming idiots in the background. That's just my wife and kid having a grand old time. But anyway, so yeah, I just thought I'd make a quick video going over everything that we've done so far. We actually did fly the airplane last Sunday at my buddy's airstrip, and it did awesome. Had to add a little bit of mixing with the rudder as a slave and then the ailerons as a master. Definitely does not turn very fast, but it has plenty of rudder authority, so we mixed that in there as per Spike's recommendation. That was just something I had kind of glossed over during setup of the autopilot, but it turns out that it was 100% necessary. So anyway, yeah, I've got since the last video, I've got all the wiring buttoned down and tidied up. Oh, look, there's some grass in there. So yeah, and remounted the antennas for the HERE link right here, and I went with the 3 dBi omnidirectional for the RFD 900X, and then there's the 2 dBi. That's going to handle the signal that goes straight down, like let's say if you're over top of it. If you know anything about antennas, they radiate in a donut pattern, so the way my fingers are shaped, so anything, you're not going to get much reception at any kind of distance from this axis. It's just the dead zone. The rest of it radiates out in all directions. And then this one, the dead zone goes this way, front to back. That's kind of the idea there. So yeah, everything works great. We don't have any footage right now, but we'll get some more at some point. I got rid of the fishing weight to help balance this, and that works great. I do not have one thing I definitely wanted to address in this video was when I first started the project, I wasn't sure if I was going to use analog video out of this thing or the HDMI converter. At first I thought, well, I can't mount it to this with the HDMI converter because this is the side that if the camera is actually upside down. So if this was right side up, the HDMI converter would get in the way of the mounting holes. But then I realized I could flip the image using the UAS app, which was a whole nother can of worms in itself. So I was able to mount it to the Taro gimbal, which works great, by the way. And then I have the HDMI converter from FLIR right here. And then I found Gremsy makes a right angle micro HDMI to regular HDMI cable, and it's really thin, really flexible, and it's shielded. But yeah, I'm not using MavLink to the camera, although I would like to. Eventually, what I did is I'm going to trim all these wires down, right? And then I'm going to switch to a smaller, flexible type of wire. The gimbal itself could not handle all these wires hanging out. It would overpower the gimbal, and it would get caught, and it would snag, and it was just not a good time. So I've got PWM 3 and 4 hooked up. PWM 3 controls the zoom, and then the other channel controls start and stop on the record. So what I'm actually going to do is I think I'm going to switch the record channel to change the palette, so different colors and stuff. And yeah, it works great. It's really stable during flight. I can't wait to get some video to show you guys. But so that's what's going on there. And then the power connection actually goes into the gimbal right there. So that flows through the whole system, which is nice. I wish there was a way to do that with the HDMI and the PWM and the MAVLink, but I guess that's, you know, you get what you pay for. I think the gimbal was like 150 bucks. So, and it works great. I had to use a micro to standard HDMI adapter to get it to go into the here link. Get the camera in here. You can kind of see it. Yeah, there's a here link there. And but yeah, I got all the wires buttoned up and tidied up. Everything's secure. All the cameras work. The CG is perfect. One thing that we did find out is I am going to move the landing gear slightly forward, and then I'm going to slide the battery back slightly. If you can see that there, the battery, there's a little bit of room to slide it back. It was just a little tough to get the thing to pull up off the ground. The CG is roughly between about right here and here, right? So this little area right here, and if you can see, the landing gear is quite a bit of ways behind the CG. So what I'll do is I'm going to move the gimbal is going to slide forward. I'll slide that forward as much as I can, and then I'm going to move the landing gear forward probably an inch, right? And then I'm also going to slide the battery back, which should take some weight off of the nose gear. But yeah, no, it flew really great. It's really docile, and once we got the rudder mixing set up, it flew like a dream. Really coordinated turns. The thing really wanted to climb, and the thing that I liked about it the most was that it was super stable. We were flying in like 15 to 20 mile an hour gusting winds, and while it did track a little bit, you know, it would they call it crabbing to a certain extent, it really did hold its course, and it didn't want to roll over like in small airplanes. You get hit with a gust of wind, it wants to really move around a lot. This thing just handled it like a champ, and it's really slow airplane compared to this bad boy. This one flies at like 35 to 50 miles an hour, and then this one, I never did go top speed with it. Just doing the first couple flights, really just flew it at like half throttle. And at 9 amps with a 6S battery and these Sunny Sky motors, it really did well. 15 by 10 props, Sunny Sky. You can see the motors there. So I can get that to focus. Yeah, X35 15S. These are only for 6S. But yeah, no, it did really well. Like I said, I can't wait to get some footage in and show you guys. But thanks for watching. If you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video. Almost forgot to mention, this is the next, this may get added into the setup. This is a Raspberry Pi 5. It's got 2 HDMI plus MIPI camera attachments. So I may add a third camera, like just a really small camera in the nose right here. And then the star of the show, this bad boy right here. This is a 4G cellular hat, and it goes on top of that. Basically what that allows you to do is it's like a second telemetry link, and once this is implemented, I'll have 3 telemetry links. I'm not sure if that's going to work like I think it's going to with the Cube Orange. I'm pretty sure that you can have 3 MavLink outputs and inputs. I've never tried it, but I am going to try it. And if this works really well, what I may do is replace this, or I may disconnect the UART from the here link. One of the two. So I do want to try it. The idea of having 4G, like cellular coverage to stream video and MavLink is really appealing to me. So yeah, more to come. Thanks for watching.